All parties in the matter of Centrone versus Martone. Step forward.
Vicky Centrone is suing her ex-boyfriend, Carmen Martone, for property damage and a broken lease.
Ms. Centrone, the defendant was your boyfriend, roommate. You signed a lease on an apartment. You signed the lease when?
We signed the lease the second time on July 1st, 2016.
Okay, so you have a lease starting July 1st, 2016
Correct.
until
Until June 30th.
June 30th, 2017.
Correct.
And Mr. Martone left on what date?
He left on January of 2017.
And he left because you weren't getting along.
I mean, we had a very rocky return.
I don't care.
Okay.
You left because you weren't getting along.
Correct.
He wasn't happy with you, you weren't happy with him.
Correct.
Right, so there's no reason for you to stay together, right?
We had the binding of the lease.
Oh, well, you do have the binding, but you weren't happy with each other. That's
Right.
where we're going. And what efforts have you made since he left to find a roommate?
I've made a lot of efforts.
Let me see. Let me see. You posted ads on Craigslist, you hired a realtor. Let me see what you did.
No, I've actually spoken to the landlord in reference to getting someone in there, if that would be...
No. Speaking to the landlord is not putting an ad on Craigslist looking for a roommate, is not doing all the things that you have to do to mitigate your situation.
Well, he just left in January, and I've been just trying to adjust.
Well, January, we're now months later.
Right.
And how old is your daughter?
My daughter's 31.
What's her address where she receives mail?
Well, she lives with me as well. Yes.
Did she live with you as well when Mr. Martone lived there?
Yes.
And what does she do for a living?
She goes to school and she has a part-time job.
Well, let her get a full-time job if she's going to live with you.
Well, she's going for a degree.
I don't care. And neither does Mr. Martone.
Okay.
You now have an adult living with you. Well, most people have finished the school when they're 31. If she elects to go to school when she's 31, that's terrific if you're her mother and you want to support her. He's not going to support her. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's not going to pay your rent for the next until July. No, it's not going to happen.
He didn't. Actually, he only pays half.
He's not going to pay half in July. How much rent does your daughter pay?
My daughter only pays $200.
And how much was he supposed to pay? How much
He
was
pays half.
Well, how much was half?
$1,200. He pays half.
He paid half, so he paid $600. She's got to up her ante a little bit. She
Right.
better start getting 2 part-time jobs.
Which I've
She's
been
31
discussing.
years old.
I'm waiting for her to graduate. She's actually graduating this week.
You got where I'm going.
Yes.
He's not paying you rent. He's not giving you $5,000 for your rent.
Well, Your Honor, I had to get him off the lease because the problem why I had to take him off is because he actually asked my landlord when we re-signed it in July 1st that he wanted to fill out this rental receipt, which he took the first one, and he submitted it to the IRS as him paying all the bills as a hardship case. So I was forced to take him off.
Goodbye, Miss Centrone. You live there happily with your daughter. We're done.